right, so today should be entertaining at a minimum. So today we are unboxing some tarantulas that, I'm not gonna lie, they do intimidate me. They are P. vittatas, also known as the ghost ornamental. First of all, I've had this species before. This is a medically significant species. This is an arboreal old world and they are super fast. It's a really cool species, but it is still a pokey, and these are slings, so that makes them extra bolty. I feel like between the last time I had one and now, I've done a lot of growing as a keeper, and I've dealt with a lot more unpredictable, fast species of spiders, especially like huntsmen and stuff. So I feel a lot more comfortable than I used to around them, but I still am on high alert because I do know the nature of these. That's just how they are. So I actually saw these on Facebook. It was somebody named Emil. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I saw them on Facebook and they had posted in a arachnids group saying that they had some ghost ornamental tarantulas for sale in Missouri only. Now, the reason why it's important that they are also in Missouri is because this species of tarantula legally can no longer be shipped over state lines. Now, when I first joined the hobby, that was not the case. Now, these cannot cross state lines even though they are captive bred. It doesn't make the most sense because these are obviously not being taken from Sri Lanka. These are bred and born in the United States, but the law is the law and they can no longer be sold over state lines. And yes, that does make keeping them in captivity a lot more tricky. It definitely is one of those laws that I don't really see how it's benefiting the species at all in the wild. In fact, I think it's more hindering it thriving in captivity. However, I don't make the laws, but I do follow them even when I don't think that they make the most sense. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that topic. I remember when this all happened years and years and years ago. I think I even made like a really cringy old video about it. Commercial activities that take place entirely in one state involving legally acquired and captive bred endangered or threatened species are not prohibited by ESA. When I saw that someone in Missouri was selling this species, I jumped on it for a couple of reasons. One, I don't know how often these guys are going to be in captivity and available to me. Also, they're the ghost ornamental. I do see potential for Halloween content with them. And that probably sounds bad, but I absolutely love my Halloween spiders, my Halloween snakes, anything that's Halloween. I love keeping them and I love making content about them. So yeah, that's just how it is. With all that said, I am going to be setting these guys aside because we have to put their enclosure together first. So what we will be using are these small tarantula cribs switch enclosures. Now, I'm being told these are a little under an inch big, so I do know that the ventilation holes are definitely small enough for the spider. So if I could go slightly bigger for a tarantula and not have to rehouse them as soon, especially if they're a quick, speedy, bolty species like this, I'm gonna go for the bigger enclosure and it'll be fine. So I went ahead with these. I also really like to use these for Poecilotheria or other fast, bolty arboreals because you have the option of using the top or using the side, and that makes rehousing so much easier because you can poke them from here and to here, or you can poke them from here down to there, and it's kind of a nightmare sometimes if you're dealing with a species that is bolty and doesn't want to go where you want it to go. And having said that, I am a Tarantula Cribs affiliate. You can use my affiliate code CAT10 to purchase anything from their website. It will save you 10%. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get these started. I feel like it's been a minute since I've done an arboreal tarantula setup. I've got a couple cork bark options here, so I wonder what I should go with. Probably something like this. And I might need to break this piece a little. I think I could even, yeah, almost. We gotta break it. That should be good. Yeah, okay, cool. These will both work. I do have this piece as well. I really like it because it gives them the option to hide inside of it, but I just don't think it's very tall. But then again, it might actually work. I think I'm gonna go with this 2B piece just because I like them to have the option to hide. We are just using Reptisoil as usual, and just like a handful, 2 handfuls should be enough. They're not really going to use the substrate much. Yeah, 2 handfuls is good. Maybe we should add some moss. Oh yeah. I guess let's go ahead and just give them a little bit of leaf litter as well. These look pretty great, not gonna lie. So this is kind of what we came up with. I think they both look really nice. So let's go ahead and get to this unboxing part, I guess. Here we go. So this is packaged really well. Oh, what's this? We have a balled up t-shirt, it looks like. Carefully gonna, yep, here they are. Oh my gosh, they are smaller than I thought. Yay, the Tarantula Sustainment project. So that is what this is. That's an awesome shirt. Thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about this, I will link it down below. They were kind of telling me a little bit about this program. Okay, wow, these guys are so small. Let's take a closer look. I am kind of scared we might have to go with a smaller enclosure, but like I said, these holes are so tiny. I'm sure they're fine. I just don't want to like not be able to find them. So this is one of those situations too where I'm like, how did you get these tarantulas into this? Packaged so well though. Oh my gosh, I can't see them at all. Oh, okay, I can see the outline. I can see the outline. You can see the tarantula moving. Okay, so we're about that big. These enclosures will be a little big for them, but Poecilotheria do tend to grow pretty steadily. So I can't really see it being an issue. Oh. Oh my gosh, they are so small. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I feel like if I put them in the enclosure, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I can't find them and worry. But in like 2 molds, this will be like the perfect size for it. So what should I do? All right, so I found a solution and I broke a nail. But basically, I ended up finding these lids in the closet. Now, if you didn't know, the switch enclosures are called switch enclosures because you can switch out parts of them. You can change the backgrounds, you can change the lids. And there's 3 options. There is the canopy, which is my favorite. There is the highly ventilated one. This is good for mantids. And then there's the one that it comes with, which is this. And that makes this slightly smaller, which makes my life slightly easier. So I can still use this enclosure, but as you can see, I've actually made it just a little bit smaller. And then once there is a point where we do need more room, I don't have to go rehouse them immediately. I can just add the canopy lid instead, which adds another like 2 inches or so. So yeah, these enclosures really came in handy. Obviously that wasn't planned, but it works out. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and finally get these moved in. Oh yeah, I also found this adorable little pumpkin and I figured since they're ghost ornamentals, we will use it for one of them because why not? Look at it, it's so cute. That's me dealing with pokies. Like, that is so cute. Okay, all right. Okay, the one that was like trying to crawl out earlier has backed up a little, so I feel like now's my chance. Its feet are sticking out, however, so. Ah! Bruh. Okay, and see, once they're not scrunched up, they actually are slightly bigger. So this enclosure is like perfect, but can you, yes, run. Thank you, goodbye. Goodbye. There's our new BOLTY friend, and we are absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, I'm so stoked actually to have these back in my collection. The one that I had ended up being male, so I gave him away obviously immediately so that he could breed. I don't really know if he ever did. I wasn't really interested in babies at the time, but yeah, this is really cool. Oh my gosh. We definitely need ghost names. Obviously the name Casper is taken by one of our snakes, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ghost names.
Boogie.
Boogity? You wanna name this one Boogity? Does this one look like a boogity? Oh my gosh, look. We are gonna go, see this is what's gonna be kind of tedious about it. See how we have just immediately gone into this piece of moss, and I would never even notice that. Like, I would never have even noticed that if I didn't know it was there. It's probably gonna go under there and I'm barely gonna see it. But if you remember, a million years ago, it was actually this species that scared the crap out of me. I was like a fresh beginner and I had put it in an enclosure and I could not find it. I could not find it at all. I was so scared. I thought it got out and I freaked out, and my friend drove here at like midnight and took the enclosure home, took the enclosure apart, and it was just hiding in a piece of cork. And he ended up giving it back to me. I was really nervous about taking it back, but I did take it back and I ended up raising it and everything was fine. But as a beginner, oh my gosh, it is so scary when you have a spider, especially one that people will like rumor and say is like so, you know, look, right, it's going right in there. they'll say it's so defensive or the venom is so potent. Yeah, this is medically significant. You don't want to get bit by it, but it's not deadly. It's just you hype it up so much in your head that it made me paranoid and I thought I lost it. And so just keep that in mind if you're a beginner and you get a little pokey sling like this. They're going to find any little crack or crevice to wedge themselves in because they're a baby, and they also camouflage really well. That's how they survive in nature. My advice anyway, if this happens to you, and what I'm gonna be looking out for to make sure that the spiders are both alive and well and eating, is webbing. Where there's webbing, there's a spider. So just watch, in a couple days, I'm gonna see this little entrance right there under the moss web up, and I'll know that's where the spider is, and I'll know where to drop the food, and I will know where they're gonna pop out of. You can also spy on them at night, but that's not always as effective if you don't know where you're looking. So yeah, just my advice. Take it or leave it. I feel like I've learned a lot though, so yeah. All right, here we go again. All right, gently poking. Doesn't look like anything's happening though. I don't want to take it apart. Ah! Why is it so tricky? Come on. I don't know which way we're facing, so give me a sec. Oh, we're facing down. Okay. Let's go this way. All right, now we're at the point where we just got to annoy them enough to come out. There you go. There you go, you're free. Kinda. Okay. And there is number 2. What are we gonna name the second one? We need a ghost name, Eric. I guess we'll let the viewers name this one. We need a ghost name, everyone. Casper and Boogity are taken. So yeah. Okay, so this all worked out really well. Not only did I just order my tarantulas from a complete stranger and I didn't get scammed or ripped off, I got exactly what I paid for. And the enclosures, thank goodness, I was able to switch out the lids and they work out perfect. So they look amazing. I'll be able to easily add a couple inches after a molter here too with the canopy lid. And there's some nice spooky little Halloween species that we can talk about, which is a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Like it if you did, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram that I use probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.Kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a website and a whole bunch of merch and links down below. Check them out, and I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet pick.